Well, this morning, Mike Washington from Ivy League Construction is back to talk about concrete, and the concrete in your yard, and how many choices you have with this great material. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we could have Ivy League out on the roads, man. We would have everything. Zip, zip, zip looking good.
The roads are real tough out there, and a lot of driveways are in the same spot.
Yes.
From that freeze-thaw cycle. It went so deep into the ground this year, and it really moved a lot of things around.
Yeah, and again, if the roads are bad, your concrete might be bad too. So when, Mike, if people's concrete, what they need to do is get out and take a good look around and see if it's cracked and crumbling.
This is really the time to get out and inspect. Finally, all the snow is gone, the sun is here, people can get out again, and really take a look around your concrete surfaces, around pool decks, around all your walkways. You want to look for trip points, make sure that the walkway to the front door is not damaged, the front steps are not damaged, the side entranceways, and obviously the driveways. And really take a look and see. And sometimes we can come out and take a look and everything looks good here, or sometimes, hey, this is really a section, we should do this section and this section. It's really time to get out and really inspect.
And you know, especially after a bad winter, you might find parts of your concrete have risen.
Exactly.
And like you say, a trip point, wow.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few this year that we've already been out on. A lot of spots between garages, the entranceway to the garage, and the driveway. That's been a real big spot where the driveway has moved so much, and the garage pad has not. And then also the entranceways, and also to look at the front porches and stoops. We've seen some significant damage there, and the pools are just starting to come. That we're seeing some damage on those because the pools are finally starting to get open now.
Yeah,
they're just starting, and I'm assuming we're going to see some more damage there that we're going to have to be out on this next month.
All right, so Mike, when you come on out, and people say we want you to come out and take a look, what's involved in installing new concrete? And we have a couple of pictures just to show people the difference it can make. Sure.
You know, we really want to get out and take a look. Once we do start determining that, hey, you need a new section of concrete, concrete's going to get removed. The first thing we want to start with is a good solid subbase, at least 2 to 6 inches of solid subbase stone, and also make sure it's compacted well. That will help the next freeze-thaw cycle to make sure that the ground is packed very tight, there's no water in there, and there's also proper drainage actually to get away so you can't damage your new concrete.
Also, when people decide they're going to have some concrete put in, it doesn't necessarily have to be the old gray stuff. I mean, take a look at the finishes on this, and boy, can that add value to your home.
Yeah, there's really several different finishes between the stamp, the exposed aggregate. We do some stencil work. We do some staining work. There's several options today with the different stamps. There's probably 25 different stamps we have today. Endless amounts of colors. You can really get almost any color of the rainbow. And then by the time you layer the release colors on top of the colored concrete, it's endless options today, really is.
And Mike, what really makes a professional job different from someone who's patching is there's some techniques when it comes to the finishing, as you're talking about, and also the curing techniques. So important once you have that new concrete down.
Yeah, the finishing and the curing are probably the two most important things. You don't want to make sure that your concrete is not getting too much water on the job site. When we order it from the plant, the concrete's going to come out exactly how we order it, but if you add too much water, it will diminish the strength. And then once it's all struck off and broom finished or stamped, whichever one you're doing, you also want to make sure you get a good cure and seal on it right away. Usually the same day or the next day. The quicker you can get it sealed, it's kind of like taking your concrete and wrapping it in a saran wrap to keep your concrete hydrated. It takes actually by about 28 days for your concrete to fully cure. The next day you'll probably be able to walk on it, or in 2 days depending on the application, but to actually get it cured to its full strength, you have 28 days. You want to keep it hydrated. The longer that moisture stays in the concrete, the better.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a problem this spring.
No, it doesn't.
It's the perfect time.
Yes, it really is.
Concrete. And you'll notice too with these houses, folks, that could be front steps as well.
Yes, front stoops, walkways, a lot of driveways, stoop steps, pool decks again. We have several different options on railing for front entranceways.
Yeah, that was my next subject, is that once you're there, Mike can make a determination if you'd like to talk about railings, what would complement your home. Yeah,
and we even do railings even on existing concrete that we didn't install the concrete. We'll actually come in and core drill the railings right in. Sometimes people want an older look that has a wrought iron type of look. The product we use today will actually be aluminum, so there's no maintenance. It's powder coated. You'll never have to paint them again, opposed to the old wrought iron that you'll always have to go back every year or two and paint. Or we can go with the vinyl railing systems or composite railing systems. There's several different options you can have, and obviously the safety piece of it is to make sure that you get in and out of your house safe.
And you know, sometimes you want the columns, or sometimes you don't want the railings if it's in the back. I mean, just taking down existing railings can add an incredible look of openness to your backyard.
For sure, and each person has their own, you know, objective and also the looks and the functionality for their home. So, I mean, we can do any of the above if it's going with railings or without railings. Front stoops like this has block in it, and also our flat work. There's so many different options. Say we really come out and really get a good look at your home.
You know, it's a really great idea to go and take a look at Mom and Dad's house too, because like you say, with the trip hazard and with things that have moved, you know, over this winter, take a look and see. Maybe Mom and Dad, their eyesight isn't as good anymore, and over at their house, they are starting to see. They're not seeing it, but you are crumbling in the corner.
For sure, we see several of those.
Well, that's not going to get any better.
Yeah, we see several of those a year that we work on that they needed new railings put in, or they didn't have any railings when they really needed some. A lot of actually stainless steel grab bars will put in by doors to steady them once they get up on the landing to actually be able to get in and out of the home. We can really work on several different options like that. We have to have us come out. We'll take a look for you.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Listen, let's tell everybody that if you like Ivy Lee on Facebook, you're going to find some money-saving coupons there. You have 0% financing for 24 months. You'll find that on Facebook, too. And if you like them on Facebook, you can enter their Buys and Tickets drawing, which is coming up on May 2nd. So there's lots of reasons to like Ivy Lee Construction. But, boy, they do a great job. And they've been in Western New York over 30 years, and they can do quality work for you. Give them a call right now if you have a question. You need Mike to come on out. 875-8654. You can go to ivyleeconstruction.com, and you can like them on Facebook.